It's the day after Christmas, and one of the things that happens to us is called a post-event letdown. And so when we've been planning for something and working hard towards something for a while, and then it's over, we have a tendency to withdraw, relax. And that's not a bad thing in itself. It's just that sometimes we interrupt our habits, the things that keep us strong, for too long, or we interrupt them too thoroughly. And so in that it can be a bad thing. Now, it's the day after Christmas, and so we're looking at the new year coming up next week. It's next Sunday. Here we're at December of 2022, and then Sunday will be January 1st, 2023. How auspicious that the year begins on a Sunday. And so there's just something so invigorating about the beginnings, the beginning of a new week, the beginning of a new month, the beginning of a new year. And this one has all three at the same time. It's awesome. And so what I'd like to talk with you about today is the different things that we can do to help our own well-being. You know, it turns out that we're responsible for our own health. I always want the doctor to fix me, but the doctor can't fix me. That's up to me. For several years on my annual checkup, I mentioned to my doctor that I wanted to drop weight. And he would say, okay, what are you going to do? And I never had an answer because I was wanting him to tell me what to do. Interesting, huh? It's as if I didn't know that I needed to eat the right things and less of them. It's as if I didn't know. And I knew. I knew what I needed to do. I didn't know how to do it. And so because of my own challenges, I have learned and developed a system that helps me with my practices daily, the habits that keep me healthy and strong. And it's my calling, my desire to share them with other people. That's why I'm doing this. What are the habits that help keep us healthy? Well, there's 4 of them. One of them is what we put into our bodies. We are what we eat. Literally, that's the components of our bodies. And so we need to pay attention to what we put into our mouth, what we put into our bodies. And we need to know what's nourishing and what's not nourishing. We know the difference between having a green salad and an ice cream bar. We know. We know that there's a caloric difference, there's a nutritional difference, there's a way that it feels in our body difference. We know the difference. And we know here which one is going to be better for us in the long run. What happens is what feels good in the moment is what we go for because we want to feel good. We forget that feeling good begins with being healthy. So we need to pay attention to that. So not only is it what we put into our mouth, what we put into how we nourish ourselves. The second pillar to keeping our bodies healthy is movement, healthy movement, exercise, what we do to move our body, to be strong and healthy, to be able to dance, to be able to run after our little kids, to be able to jump out of the way of a speeding bullet, whatever it is that we need to do. We need to be able to move well. And to do that, we've got to do that. We've got to use it or lose it. And so however formally or informally we move our bodies, we need to be paying attention to moving our bodies every day. We need to keep ourselves strong and flexible and well-balanced and lithe and all the things because it's our body. It's the vessel with which we will live. It turns out we only have one back. We're never going to get a back replacement surgery. Having a knee replacement or a hip replacement is hard on your body, and it never quite works the same way that your your knees and hips work to begin with. And so taking care of those joints as we grow older is a really powerful thing to do. It's never too late to start, because nature always responds to nurture. When we take care of ourselves, our body will respond. The third pillar is hydration. We have to keep enough liquid in our bodies to keep us strong. Dehydration is a real threat to our well-being. I've read that if you feel thirsty, if you are craving a drink of water, that you're already dehydrated. I don't know how they measure dehydration. I just know that when I drink plenty of water, I feel better. Now, I've seen people go around with great big jugs of water and sip on it, and that might work for a lot of people. It does not work for me. I forget to sip on it. The water gets tepid. I don't want it when it's tepid, and I just don't do that. And so I had to find another strategy. So what I started doing was, as soon as I get up in the morning, I drink water. I drink water. I don't sip water. So I go out, I have a 12-ounce glass, and I go out into the kitchen and I pour 3 12-ounce glasses of water, and I drink them right away. Usually within a half an hour after I wake up. And that helps my body stay hydrated. Now, I also drink a glass of water after breakfast, a glass of water after lunch, a glass of water after dinner, and then I sip in between. I do sip some, but I could never get 64 ounces of water in a day. Now, the 12-ounce glass is 3, and then 3 for each meal. That's 6, and then 1 other sort of during the day. Is 7 12-ounce glasses of water, and 7 times 12 is 84.